It's week 5 of the 2025 season.
A lot of people had this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in week 5. Kick taken in here at the 17. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Oh, he lost the football. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. So fourth down, and the big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They stay on the ground with Williams. He's contained at the line for no gain. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. To throw here on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. They'll get this one to Watkins. And he'll go down here at the 16. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 16. This will be caught by Watkins. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Running back sent in motion. Throwing from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Snowhawks have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Mine gets stuck too.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Daniels on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the set. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Out of the gun, Daniels. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Williams to start the drive. And this one doesn't go far. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. Throwing from the gun here. It's taken in by Williams. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. The Snowhawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Snowhawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Very short kick taken at the 19. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Cowboys about set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Snowhawks ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now motion him out of the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 11. Got Williams, and it's complete. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Throwing now from the gun. Throw complete to Williams. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt ends up a 36-yard kick. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. from the 42. Pass caught by Odunze. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They're set up at the 35 now. Blown back, gets the handoff. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now Daniels off the play action. Working the sideline, that's Odunze. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Gay's kick is good, and that'll get him back to 11.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Snowhawks about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's a throw. He finds Sanders. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He's dropping back to throw. Looking slant route, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41. Up the gut they go with Williams. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And they'll have 1st down. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 2nd and 3 now. They go play action here. Gets this to Sanders. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They've got first down from the 31. He'll throw it yet again. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Has it in close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll throw it again. Buys time, rolling right.
What a great play by the defense. Play breaks down, but that defense stays disciplined. Nobody loses control, and they end up stopping him for a loss.
Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. It's second and goal. Running back sent in motion. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular.
And they take this in for the score. The Snowhawks get more points to end a lopsided first half. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We're through 2 with the Snowhawks overcoming that home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. Devon Achane, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Snowhawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They're going play action. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll try and throw it here. That's complete to Leggett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that gives them the first. Still sticking with the passing game. This will be cut by Watkins. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They are throwing it again. Finds Sanders. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up first and goal. Throwing it again here. Cut near the goal line. And in for the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one splits the uprights. And the Snowhawks grow their lead yet again. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fielded at the 14. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Finds his man Rice. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34. Hits his running back. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. So now here's 3rd and 5. Play fake here, Daniels. That's caught for the first. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running with it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Daniels from the pistol. Able to find Strange here. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And it shrinks to a 3-score game again. The lead 22.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2. They go with Williams on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Now hold on a moment, folks. We got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking for a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That one gains 7. And it'll give him a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Sending the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
3rd and long for him here. Finds him over the middle. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up.
At their own 39-yard line.
On first down, here's Daniels. Completes this one to Rice. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Running for the marker on second. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Cowboys football as we're really just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Snowhawks are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know, Kate, so often they say that defense is just reactionary. They're just reacting to what the offense is doing. But I'll tell you what, when you got a defensive call like that, the right personnel, nickel coverage, the right defensive plan, it plays such a huge role in helping take the ball away.
Their offense running back out now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They send a tight end in motion. Second and 12 behind the sticks. Now here he goes. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. And he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 3-yard gain leaves him just a little short. A decision to make now on fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. They'll get this one to Watkins. And they take him down right along the 30. Still on the move. Coming to the line for first and 10. Running back, motioning right. Pass play on first and 10. On target to Musgrave. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the 24. Gets this to Sanders. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. From the red zone now. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
All right, here we go. Second down. Give to Williams from the gun. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's going to be 2 on the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Another run for Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. The Snowhawks put up even more points in a win. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Return coming from the 14. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Daniels on 1st down. Coleman with the grab. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 31-yard line.
Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
3rd and long for Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Snowhawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his second.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they face the daunting task of taking on the defending champs at home, but wasn't too much of a challenge for them as they leave here with a win. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Snowhawks are your winners as we say so long from Dallas.
Which one are we doing, guys?